What's going on, everybody? Doc here, Average Gamer Guys, back again. A little bit of a different video here for you today, but we have a ton of information for the newest update. So we're going to jump in. We're going to watch the new trailer if you haven't checked it out, and then we're going to kind of deep dive that, and we'll run back some of the other information that's been shared. As you can tell, feeling much better. So thank you for all the warm wishes there. Voice is still on the recovery path, but we should be able to get through this one, no problem. So all that being said, let's jump into the trailer, and then we'll jump back and see what we can learn.
Nature has always lived by its own laws. We've tried to tame it, break it, invent new ways to subdue the world around us. But there will always be someone stronger, smarter, deadlier. I've seen it every day, felt it, and you know what? Anyone can become prey.
All right, so a pretty cool trailer. Before we get into the trailer, I want to jump into and let's talk about the information we've gotten from previous updates. I'm going to showcase Twitter here as we walk through. This is the official Last Day on Earth Twitter page, but also if you're ever interested, we post all of this stuff here in our Discord. So if you want to come check that out, join. We have a channel dedicated to Last Day on Earth. Pretty cool. And all of the updates that go to the official Last Day on Earth Discord will also populate in our Discord. So it's pretty cool. Good place to keep up to date with some information if you don't have Twitter or anything else. So the first thing that we got was this boar and this trap. We showcased both of these, or we saw both of these in the trailer. So new animal, new trap that we can use, which is pretty cool. I'm curious to see kind of what damage this is going to do, if it attracts animals only, or if we can use it actually against zombies. Still a question mark out there, but that's pretty neat. And I'm excited to see what the boar is going to give us access to. Potentially a new type of like pelt or more fur, and then plenty of food. But I'm curious to see if we're going to get like a level of meat in between like turkey and what we have with the regular meat. So that's going to be kind of interesting. From that point, we got this picture, which was a new crate, which also had this thing behind it showing some fish, some antlers. There's some pelts here. This looks like fox pelts, I think. There's a battery connected to this. I think that's what that is. And this is like a refrigerator because it has the temperature on it, and it's trying to keep it cool, but also has the biohazard symbol on it. So I'm really interested to see what this does. I'm interested to see if we can use this at our base to keep food, to keep meat specifically, would be kind of interesting. And maybe this is a place to kind of collect our fish and some of our other food. There's a fox pelt and a deer pelt right here. These look like some antlers as well. So this one was pretty interesting, right? It talks about skillful hunters and fishermen. The one thing I should say up front that I'm very excited about is this is going to be consistent like world content, which I think the game needs. We see these probably about once, sometimes twice a year, where we get an update with actual content. I think we got to just kind of keep our expectations, I don't want to say low, but it's probably not going to introduce any, they already talked about, it's not going to introduce any new materials in terms of, you know, any new metals or anything like that, but we'll see. Hopefully we get some new locations. Hopefully some things get, you know, rehashed a little bit, and we get some updates. That would be pretty cool to some locations. But I'm very interested and excited to see what all goes into this. There was some maintenance. They talked about this. So we got this picture, which I actually want to blow up a little bit. This part is really interesting because we see the crate here. We see what looks like kind of, this is actually looks like it's in the swamp. You got cattails right here. You've got the pelt being up. This is clearly somebody's house. You got a truck. You've got this crate over here. I'm really interested to see if we get like a new trader. You actually have a log cabin that might be hard to see in the back. There's a chair, but there's a log cabin here. It feels like a new trader is what it kind of feels like, or somewhere where we might be able to take these materials and swap them. That could be pretty interesting. I think anytime you can take and grind one material and turn it into something else, is a good thing for the game, in my opinion. So it'll be interesting to see what this is, or if this is like a new location. Time will tell. That could be really interesting, though. And again, we see this at the base. So I'm interested. I'm interested to see if we can get this, or if we can deposit things in here. Really interesting. It gives me swamp vibes. I don't think it's going to be in the swamp. It's going to be accessible from what we saw already, just with a couple of other posts and some other information. So we'll get to that point here. There was a contest. Then we got this, which I think is really cool. So this is for sure a new set of armor. It looks related to wolf pelts. I don't see much else here besides that. Obviously, you've got the belts and the different ammo holders here for what looks like shotgun shells. This is really cool looking. It's got a little raccoon tail hat, which I also think is really, really kind of neat. It'll be interesting to see how good this armor is and where it fits in, right? We have some pretty basic armors. This is my guess is this is going to be kind of like maybe some like mid-tier armor. I'm thinking probably not quite as good as reinforced armor, where you can take the kind of the basic clothing and you can throw the metal parts on it. It feels like it's going to fall kind of in between those two. Because obviously metal is a little bit, especially iron plates, not a super advanced resource by any means, but early on in the game, it can be a little bit harder to get. I could be wrong. This could end up being quite good. Maybe it sits between that reinforced set and the military set. We will have to see. This is really cool though. I'm all for new armor, and I'm all for giving options for people to get armor and to get different outfits and those kinds of things. This could also just be an outfit. As I'm saying that, this could just purely be an outfit that we're going to see that maybe we can earn from the season and we can throw on. Maybe it is not a new set of armor. It's giving me new armor vibes, though. And I wouldn't be surprised to see if you have to use some different pelts to be able to get this. They might be splitting out wolf pelts and, animal rawhide. That could also be happening. I don't know. We'll have to see. Those are some speculation and some guesses. But this is really cool looking. Even if it ends up just being a cosmetic, it is really neat. I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's pretty cool. Then we go up. We got some maintenance, more contest stuff. Then we get this. Hunting season will soon commence in the Wastelands. This was just a couple of days ago. If you want experienced pathfinders and hunters to share their secrets, you need to complete the Saving the Survivors quest in the Power Shot chapter of the Survivor's Path section and have level 30 or higher. Now, Saving the Survivors quest in Power Shot chapter. Power Shot is not very far, but it is a few along the way in the Survivors quest line. So this isn't going to be something that, if you're just starting the game, is going to be accessible to you. However, with that being said, you don't have to be very high. Level 30 is not very high at all. And Power Shot and Saving the Survivors, this isn't really deep into the quest line. So let's see what we see from here. So again, we get a more kind of game model-esque, I'll say, version of the armor. Got a sniper rifle here. This is interesting because this is not the Winchester. I just noticed this. This is not the Winchester. This is like an actual sniper rifle, like an actual bolt action rifle. Do we see a new weapon? Are we getting teased a new weapon here? We got a pupper. I don't see anything else crazy in this picture. This could also be the trader. This log cabin, this pelt right here, and this chair are back from this picture, actually. Now that I'm taking a look at this. Right here, there's the chair, there's the log cabin, there's the pelt thing. Oh, that could be our trader, actually. This could be the guy. This could be the guy. That would make a lot of sense. I think this is going to be a trader. That's my best guess. I think it is. Maybe, but that's what I'm thinking. Again, if we could earn this, shoot. If we get a new gun, oh, that's going to be so sick. If we get a new gun, I would take a good bolt action rifle that's a little bit better than the Winchester. Would be really interesting to see here. Just like high damage but slow, essentially slow fire rate. That could be really cool. and good range. So we don't have to get too high. If you're not level 30, you're probably watching this. You probably are. So you should have no problem getting to this and having it unlocked as soon as it opens up. And then we get into here. 20 hours ago, 22 hours ago, we get this new thing. Let's go back to this here. And I want to just kind of scroll through this and see what we see. Okay, so here's the dock. Some fish. They tease, I don't know if it's this fish or sturgeon. We get that teased at the end. I don't see anything crazy here. We have some white deer. So maybe we're going to get different versions of deer. I could see them introducing a few new animals. So that part would be really cool. Because we don't really see white deer. We see these regular deer. I don't know. That's kind of interesting. This location, it's giving me like farm vibes. Except for the water tower though. I don't know. Yeah, farm vibes. Getting farm vibes here. Okay. New wolf. Different wolf. Blue. This wolf's got a little blue tint to him. That's pretty neat. We got a cave. I would love a new location. Okay, so obviously we're getting these boars. It's also interesting to see though that this is more of a, I don't know, desert-esque vibe here. And we see that like during some of the events. The big hunt event especially, we get, you know, kind of the dry locations sometimes, and I'm interested to see. It's kind of a different biome for us. So again, we have our regular wolves and foxes, and then we got this guy. Maybe that's just a wolf. I don't know. There's the foxes. We got this brutal dude. This gives me gosh, what are these called? These are in the game though. I can't remember their name. So here's the other interesting thing. Crocodile. So we got the boar. We got the crocodiles. We got multiple crocodiles coming up on to attack this guy. So I'm really curious in the swamp if we're going to see a new animal. And that could be really cool. I think they're teasing. This is very much a focused on animals and introducing them with this update, which I actually think is really neat. That's going to make some locations kind of cool. I could see a world in which each of the different kind of types of locations gets a new animal that can spawn. So, you know, maybe a different wolf in like the northern zones. Maybe we get alligators in the swamp zones. So it has a little bit of something for everybody depending on how far you've progressed in the game. It makes a lot of sense. That'd be really neat and interesting in my opinion. But we got these guys. And then we got the bear. There's a bear already in the island. If you go past the port, you go past port, and you go to the islands, and you do the lighthouse there. The Deadly Island has a bear in it in a cave. So I don't know that this is going to be anything different. I don't think we're going to see more bears everywhere, but I could be wrong. So again, we got wolves. That one was different. That other one was different than this one. So that's interesting. Diseased wolf. That's what it is. That's what it is. So here's the trap. Here's the trap being used on a fox. So I think that is really cool. If you can use this and you can trap it, maybe it like attracts them so that you don't have to hunt them down. That could be kind of neat. That could be kind of interesting, especially if you could like reuse it. That part would be really cool. So here's the alligator or the crocodile, whatever, has killed one of the boars. Again, this is swamp. This is 100% the swamp. But I can't imagine that these guys are just going to be in the swamp. I really think we're going to get alligators in the swamp or crocodiles, whatever appropriate animal fits into that biome. And then we got the bear. Okay, and see, here's the sniper rifle again. Now, our trader here potentially is rocking this thing. I would love to see this. That would be so cool. Especially if this is a gun that you can craft a little bit easier than the options that we have now. Imagine you had to use maybe like just a little bit of steel, some iron, and some springs, and like some oak or something. Gosh, that would be huge. That'd be a game changer for a lot of people, I feel like. Don't quote me on that. That's a pipe dream, probably. But we got the bear. And he's attacking. We saw a lot here. Now, here's what also is interesting. Let's see if I can capture it. This is a sturgeon. This is like one of the hardest fish, I think. That's what this is to find. I'm also interested to see that we're sitting here with this guy. Do we see anything else here? I really don't. But this thing popped up. I'm wondering if there's going to be some options to get some of these fish a little bit easier. That plops back in. That's about all we see here. This guy's all dead. So, yeah, interesting. Interesting. I'm very interested to see what all else we get from this. Because, again, there's a lot of things I see in here that are different. I mean, even the deer here. Even these different deer. It's kind of interesting, kind of neat. And this guy. Definitely different. Definitely more rare, more unique. Although, I take that back. This could just be the... We see, like, the regular wolves. This is probably the other wolf that has the additional health. Now that I'm thinking about that. This might not be any different. That's probably just one of the more alpha wolves or whatever it is. That's probably what it is, because they're darker. I think we've seen this before. In the zones with the foxes sometimes. We got the disease wolf hanging out right there. Pretty interesting. I missed it. It's like one frame. Yeah. Interesting. This should be a fun update. I'm really looking forward to it. Let me know your comments down below. That's the information that we have so far. We've got nothing else here in terms of timing. Is probably the biggest question you have is when is this coming? But get ready to dive in the Wastelands Wildlife, Explore, Track, Hunt. That's going to be really interesting. I think we're going to get a lot of animals. I really do. I think we're going to get a lot of different animals rocking and rolling with this. I'm very, very excited for this. This should be really, really fun. Some new updates. I'm hoping we get some other things. I'm hoping they sprinkle in some other new additional stuff. But usually when they post this, that means it's probably pretty close. So pay attention. Pay attention to it. Watch out for updates. They will post when this thing does go live. So be sure to just, again, follow along with us. Join our Discord. Do whatever you need to do. Jump on Twitter if you have Twitter. And keep track of that. I'm very, very excited. I hope you are excited as well. And we'll see what else we have here for you. So as soon as this does go live, we'll be pumping out some content, going through everything that is inside of the new update. We'll explore, see if there's any new quests or progression that we have to get, especially because it's considering we're talking about having to have these things done. So I'm not sure if we'll get like a new chapter or a section of the Survivor's Path. I could see that. That would be pretty neat. Maybe have some new things to unlock there. That part could be pretty cool. But we'll be sure to jump in and be checking this out. And I hope you're excited. They've been doing a lot of maintenance too, probably in preparation for this thing. So it is probably close, very near, I am hoping. And again, we'll keep you up to date on all that information. So with all those things being said, like, comment, subscribe. We're going to throw some socials at you. Thank you so much. Really appreciate all the support on the videos. Help us get to 10K. That's our big goal. And more information to come. We also have a main channel. Go check that out. Throw a sub over there. Subs, likes, and comments are always great. Love chatting with everybody in the comments below. And let me know what you're excited about in this upcoming update. With that, we'll close it out. Doc Average Gamer, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Peace.